Theorist Andrew Goodwin suggests many ideas surrounding conventions of music videos. One of these mean a clear use of close-ups in order to present the star's iconography or star image. This star image/iconography has to be distinct in order to stand out from the crowd and have a sense of individuality within the music world. Within our group for the music video, we all deemed it incredibly important to follow this convention and develop on it within our music video rather than challenge this idea. In modern times, a lot of people, especially those who are within the demographic of our intended target audience, will watch music videos online through handheld devices such as mobile phones. These have very small screens compared to televisions as what once showed music videos to a very large audience, but due to the digital change, we had to consider that in order to get our star image across to our target audience, who are more likely to watch this video on mobile devices, to include a lot of close-ups in the video. This would make the artist/band connect to the audience more so than what a mid-shot or a long shot would do. Thus it is clear during the chorus of the video especially that the use of close-ups are present, providing the audience with the artist's iconography. Andrew Goodwin also suggests that within music videos that there are a lot of intertextual references throughout the video. This can be seen in many various genres of music. For example, in the hip-hop and rap genre, Kendrick Lamar's video for Humble has religious intertextual references to the Last Supper, and in the indie pop genre from the 1975, in their video for Robbers, they have the Bonnie and Clyde intertextuality. Within our video, we wanted to illustrate a decline in mental stability, but somehow link it to the events within the real world. So, like Lady Gaga's Telephone music video, we included a mass amounts of intertextual references. In the very beginning of the music video and at the end, we had a television flicker that featured things from the news such as protests, Donald Trump, the Aleppo boy in the ambulance, and school shootings. These intertextual references refer to real life, whereas the ones encompassed within the video refer to fantasy stories such as Snow White, Psycho, Macbeth, and Donnie Darko. This meets Levi Strauss's binary opposite theory, where we use reality versus fantasy, in which we have connoted through intertextual references. The references were largely important to us in telling the story and amplifying the message within the video, which is why we as a group developed this. Goodwin also suggests that there is a notion of looking as well as a link between visual and lyrics. Within our video, the way that we have related the visuals to the song is by amplifying the lyrics, meaning that our meaning is manipulated and shown through the video. From looking at our music video, we have clearly confined to this. At the chorus, the same style of editing as well as setting is used. Located at West India Quay, there was an underpass, which we used to connote the downfall of mental stability. The repeatability of the location therefore created a specific link towards the visuals and the lyrics. On the other hand, the notion of looking, supported by Laura Mulvey's male gaze theory, is the one that we largely challenge within the video. At one point in the video, there is a low camera angle looking up at the lead singer. This as a result illustrates her to be an authoritative figure as opposed to the ideology that women are weak and inferior. In addition to this, during the bedroom scene and the aerial shot is used, it shows the lead singer in bed with the lover. She is fully clothed while the lover is not. This has done a total 180-degree turn in gender norms, therefore challenging the state of the notion of looking. This is like in the Marina and the Diamonds How to Be a Heartbreaker video. Rather than Marina herself being resembled as a sexual object, as you see in many videos of that time, her video had men in skimpy underwear being sensual in the shower with other men, the same way lesbianism is fetishized within the media. Marina's representation of these men was not met kindly. Lastly, Goodwin suggested that music videos from similar genres feature similar conventions within their video. For example, in Alt J's Breeze Blocks, they are found in an isolated area, and Bastille's music video for Blame, the actors within it are often found in isolated areas or isolated in general. This is one convention regarding the setting within the indie genre music video. Another is that, as of recent, most indie genre music videos do not have a performance, but have a heavy basis on the narrative. However, we thought to challenge this, not only as it was important to our grade, but also to link back to the star iconography. The band would stand out more in recent times as, say, when indie music first came about in full swing. Linking onto this is my album advert as well as Digipack, both of which I follow the appropriate layout of a typical album advert and Digipack. since I follow the conventions of them both. Looking at the album advert, it is clear that I follow the conventions, as there is a cover featuring the artist, the name, tracks, and many various images. This was largely inspired by most of the indie albums that I had seen or owned. My front cover of the digipack is slightly distorted image of the band, with the reason being that a lot of indie bands do not usually have a photo of themselves on their covers, and if they do, like indie duo Hudson Taylor, you cannot really see their distinct features. Therefore, this has heavily influenced this front cover. Also, it is often indie bands who have a worldwide success, like the likes of Arctic Monkeys, who have no need for an image of them on the front cover due to the fact they already have a large following as well as a household name. Our band, on the other hand, would need this distinct iconography, thus leading me to make this decision. The digipack itself also links with the music video, as it has images of Wapping Woods where we filmed on the digipack. This ties in with the music video itself, aiding the iconography, as well as Andrew Goodwin suggests it is a very important thing to do in maintaining a successful artist. The album advert also follows a lot of appropriate conventions. One of the main conventions of an album advert is that there is an image of the album somewhere on the page. This makes the audience familiar with what the advert is marketing. Another convention is the image of the artist is also featured on the album advert, which is very common. However, in some cases, some indie bands do not feature themselves at all. For example, the album for Arctic Monkeys AM does not feature an image of the band on it at all. Now, this could be argued due to the fact that the band already have a very high profile name and image, and that they do not need their audiences to know who they are. While I was aware that the band I wanted to promote were a new band, I wanted to hold on to this idea of keeping an element of mystery to their identity, and thus made them stand with their backs to the audience except for one member. This evidently challenges and develops my ideas regarding the conventions as proposed by Andrew Goodwin.